Have you ever wondered about the real, untold origins of the Atlantic slave trade? It's a story far more complex than most of us were taught. While slavery has existed in many forms throughout history, from ancient Rome to the Viking raids, nothing compares to the sheer scale and brutality of the Atlantic slave trade. It is a bitter irony that what many considered a religious crusade spiraled into the enslavement of an entire continent. To truly understand how this happened, we have to go back to the 15th century, a time when the Crusades were still raging in the Mediterranean. The Christian kingdoms of Spain and Portugal were determined to push the last Muslim presence out of the Iberian Peninsula, which was centered in Granada. As political chaos weakened North Africa, these Iberian powers saw their chance to expand. Their strategy was First, they captured key coastal towns in Morocco to control trade. Then, they decided to bypass North Africa entirely by sailing down the Atlantic coast. This is where the story takes a dark turn. It is a little-known fact that the first targets of this new Atlantic slave trade were actually the Moors. The name the Portuguese and Spanish gave to all Muslims in the region. The very first raid happened in 1441. A young Portuguese captain, sailing along the coast of Morocco, captured a Muslim couple and brought them back to Portugal as slaves. This caught the attention of Prince Henry of Portugal, a major supporter of this naval expansion. He authorized more raids, and soon, more Muslim captives were brought to Lisbon. Prince Henry even sought the Pope's blessing, and in 1442, a papal decree was issued, framing the capture of Moors as a righteous part of the crusade. This religious justification opened the floodgates. At first, a few slaves didn't cause a major stir, but as wealthy merchants saw the economic benefits, and with the trade now sanctified by the church, investments in slave capturing expeditions exploded. By 1465, Portugal was transporting over 1,000 slaves a year, from the coasts of Morocco, Mauritania, and Senegal. The Portuguese pushed relentlessly southward, building forts along the coast to protect their new, lucrative trade routes. They exchanged European goods for African gold, ivory, and human beings. This new sea-based trade completely bypassed the old trans-Saharan routes, accelerating the decline of North African economies, while fueling the rise of a new European mercantile power, built on the brutal foundation of slavery. This was just the beginning of a system that would rob Africa of millions of its people and reshape the entire world. Thanks for watching. If you found this history insightful, please like, share, and subscribe for more deep dives into our shared past. Peace and love, family.